Welcome back to the Traders Network Show and our coverage of Humanity 2.0. I'm Matt Bird, broadcasting worldwide from the Vatican for equities.com and our affiliate partners. My next guest is Tim Nixon, Chief Communication Officer for Constellation Research. Tim, welcome to the show.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. So you're out from Indianapolis, is that correct?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Yep.
We're here at the Vatican. We're here for a special day. We heard the opening remarks just a little while ago.
Yeah.
Tell us why this event is important to you and why you're here.
Well, it's important because ethics is very important for corporate responsibility programs, for corporations to engage with their communities. And what's happening is we're seeing a transition from ethics being important for that purpose to ethics being important for profitability. So there's an increasing body of evidence that companies that are ethical are actually delivering superior results for their shareholders and other stakeholders.
And does that fall into like triple bottom line metrics and ROI?
It does. What's different about what's happening now is that we are able to measure those benefits much more precisely. So in other words, we're able now to distinguish from companies that are talking the talk from those who are actually walking the walk. And it's those that are walking the walk who are actually showing signs of increasing competitive differentiation around their old business model.
Do you think that's because you're accessing more of a global sustainable community, the business ethics kind of trickles down into the sustainability realm, much like what we see with Unilever? Or is it more of a peer-to-peer type of engagement? Where does that ROI usually stem from?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things there. What we're seeing is that consumers, the end purchasers of products, are increasingly concerned about not just is this a good product, but is this a good company that I'm buying this product from? Similarly, investors, they want to have a return on their investment, but they also want to see their investment building a better world for their grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Right. Do you see yourself participating with 2.0?
Yeah, I do. What I'm really hopeful for is that we'll be able to start to draw correlations in the data between healthy ethical performance by companies and outperformance by those same companies in their marketplaces. Because to me, that's the whole key here. I mean, we want to roll this big boulder downhill, and the way you roll it downhill is to correlate and understand the connections between profitability and ethics.
That's amazing. I got to hear Matt Sanders do his opening speech. A pretty prolific individual. He's done an incredible job pulling all the leaders together. The president of Malta should be coming in and speaking soon. Is there anything, and you've got your panel coming up as well on ethics. What is the message you're going to deliver for today's audience?
Well, the message is, again, that there is this increasing empirical connection between ethics and profitability and competitive advantage. I think one of the other key points here, especially maybe with respect to policymakers like the president from Malta, is how do policymakers use regulation and policy and even procurement to tip the scale slightly towards those firms that are behaving in a more global, ethical way. In other words, those are the firms that are going to deliver all the kinds of intangible benefits, like better health effects for their communities. And those are the ones that we want to encourage further and really accelerate the benefits of leadership for companies that are behaving that way.
Well, listen, we had to cut to commercial break, but if you're watching this interview, I would recommend going to the actual panel that will be broadcast and indexed on equities and the affiliate partners. You can see Tim Nixon live and in action on his panel here at the Vatican. Tim, welcome. Thank you for coming on the show. I'm Matt Bird. You're watching the Traders Network Show. We'll be right back after this message. You're not going to want to go away. We got a great guest come up next.